Have you ever experienced to meet somebody again that you haven't seen for maybe 10, 20, maybe even 30 years? And you've met them and you recognize them. Imagine that you're going into a bus and you see somebody, a guy, a man, standing a little bit behind in the bus. There is something familiar with this guy. He's bold and he's fat, but there is something familiar. And then he starts smiling or laughing, and you recognize this is Jeff from school. I haven't seen him for 25 years, but of course you know it's him. And why is that? Because everybody is unique. I'm so fascinated by this uniqueness. Everybody, every 7 billion people in this planet are unique. Not only is it by the face or the look, it's the voice, the gestures, the personality. Nobody has the same talents, experience, and even ideas that you have. You have something unique to bring into this world. Can you feel that about yourself? That you have something that nobody else have to bring into this world? I'm Katarina Asting. I'm a Syrian entrepreneur. I've been an investor in many countries for a decade. I'm also an executive coach. As I said, I've been traveling a lot. I've traveled as an investor in Asia, Africa, Latin America. I've traveled as a tourist, and also as part of NGOs. And what I really like with traveling is to meet people. And not only seeing people, but to be touched and have the really deep meetings. That is what really triggers me. When we can talk about what is really important in life, what is your fears, your dreams, and when I can get to know people on that level. I've met people that are really important in societies, maybe CEOs of the biggest companies in the country, maybe politicians with central positions, but also people that I met out in the streets that have invited me to their homes, and the orphanage children, and casteless in India, and there are so many fantastic individuals that I've met from all levels of society. And what have struck me is that people have these frames that shape the life that is partly based on the culture that you grow up in, that shape you as individual, whether it's the country that you grow up in, but also the clan or even the family that you live in, have their own rules and do's and don'ts and rules for how to live, and that shape the individuals. But also every person has their own rules and frames. What do I believe about myself? What is my values? What is my fears? How do I handle uncertainty and fear? How is my self-consciousness? I really deeply believe that every individual is of invaluable value. You are of invaluable value. Do you feel that about yourself? But also the people, the poor person next to you. And if you bring that into these days in Norway, when you meet people around, look at them, meet them with curiosity, with openness, listen, and bring with you the attitude that they are of invaluable value. And I'm sure, I can promise you that you will get a lot out of it. You will get some deep meetings, and you will learn something about yourself and about the individuals that you meet.